Hi everybody, welcome back to Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, and in this video we're going to be looking at the hardpoint rotations in Raid and how you can learn them. In the description below the video you'll see the order of the hardpoint rotations and a link to a file which has the hardpoint rotations of all the game's hardpoint maps so far. Also, when you go into that file there's links so that you can actually click on the hardpoint rotations and go to a full screen version, so you can actually read it without glasses on. If like me you struggle a bit with glasses, but you don't need them for playing the game. So anyway, so we've gone offline and we're going to go into the multiplayer and we're going to create a match, and the mode will be hardpoint obviously, and the map we will start off, I think we'll do Raid in this video, and we will change the rules a little bit. So we'll put in a 15-minute time limit and a big score limit. That way we can go around twice, I think. Yes, that's what we'll do. Right, and I recommend you run this drill. So what we're doing is we're just going to spawn into the Raid map with the hardpoint game mode enabled with no bots. That's important. And then I'm going to run you through the rotations just so you can get to know them. Now, hardpoint is a fantastic game mode, especially as a little bit of knowledge as to where the hard points will be means that as someone who even maybe isn't that great at shooting, you can still win the game for your team. So the first one is going to appear in the south of the map in Circle Drive. There it is. The way that, if you aren't aware, the way that the point system works in hardpoint is that when you've got somebody on the hardpoint, so they have to be on the hardpoint, your team starts earning points. It's first to 250. Unlike domination, if you come off the hard point, your team stops earning points. Similarly, if there's you and an enemy on the hard point, it becomes contested and nobody wins it. Nobody gets any points. Also, if there's more than one of your team on the hard point, you don't get any more points. So if there's already somebody on the hard point defending it, sometimes it's best for you to get off the hard point, you know, and then cover some of the entrances. So as I say, so this is the first one. And then with 10 seconds to go, we get the warning of where the next one will be, which is in the kitchen, which is kind of in the northwest of, well, the west of the map, I guess you see. There it is. So that's where the next one's going to be. So what you want to do is when you run this drill, you want to think, okay, so where would enemies possibly coming from, and where should I be putting down my trophy system, or your mine, or maybe your the audio detector thing, I can't remember what it's called, to best defend it. The minimap is your friend, so you'll be looking at the minimap, seeing where your teammates are, that arc of teammates, and you know that the enemies are going to be coming from the other direction. Now, after the kitchen, over here in the west, the next hard point is in the garage over to the east, where all the little cars are. So we'll go there next. Again, with 10 seconds to go, you will get the warning. I kind of think they've watered down how hard hardpoint is and the advantage that you can get by knowing the hardpoint rotations by having this warning of where the next one is. Because what happens with the hardpoint? Because the hardpoint stays live for a minute. If you can't take a particular hardpoint, what you want to be doing is you want to be setting yourself up for the next hardpoint. So the next hardpoint from here is the basketball court in the northwest. So let's say we couldn't take this hardpoint. What you want to be doing is, with about 30 seconds to go, there's no point trying to take it anymore. You want to be setting yourself up at the next one, ready to take it. So we know the next one is over in the basketball court. So if we head on over here already, and if we can get there even before the next warning pops up, so this is where the next one will be, it means we can set up, you know, we could put our trophy system down, we could, you know, tuck ourselves in a corner somewhere maybe, ready to take out the enemies as they come to the hard point. And when you're over here, for example, your teammates will start spawning over here with you, because you'll have created like a safe zone, and it means you can really guarantee that you're going to win the hard point. So the next one after this one is actually right in the centre of the map, in that kind of little Japanese garden. And as I say, with Hardpoint, the beauty of Hardpoint is the fact that if you know where the next Hardpoint is, that gives you a big advantage. And just look at the mini-map, see where your friends are, because you know that the enemies are going to be coming from another direction. And again, if they've already got a teammate on the hardpoint, jump off and defend it from somewhere else. Because when enemies are trying to take the hardpoint, they get very focused on running to the hardpoint and getting on the hardpoint. And they might not see you. Corner, right, so we know the next one is there. It's popped, it's in the courtyard in the middle. So let's go over there. There you go. It's just in this bit here. Quite a small one. Some cool places though, just to tuck yourself in. Protect yourself from grenades with your trophy system perhaps. Now after this one, after the courtyard, we go back to the beginning. We go back to the circle drive on the south of the map. So we've got about 40 seconds to go. And when you're playing Hardpoint, again, what I recommend you do is you have the list of hardpoints opened up on your computer or your phone, just as a reminder. At this point in the game's life cycle, it's not that difficult to remember all the hardpoint locations if you play a lot of Hardpoint. But once we get, 6 months down the road and we've got like, I don't know, 15 maps to try and remember, it can be a bit tricky to think, alright, which one's next? But if you've got that little list open. Right, so we know the next one is here. This is an interesting hardpoint. There's lots of Overwatch places where you can get killed from, but there's also lots of nice little bits where you can tuck behind and defend yourself. Can we get a... Yeah, we can get a trophy system up there, so that's cool. So, we're going to go around once more. So after this hardpoint, the next one is in the west, in the kitchen. We'll take a different route through. So we're kind of defending this. Defending that. Get ready, people come down there, don't they? People come from the garage that direction. Come through there. There's a little keg glitch there. Obviously you'd be down here if none of your teammates were. So, we've got 20 seconds to go, so let's head to the kitchen and we're going to go around this way. And when you're heading to the next hardpoint, go the way where the enemies aren't. Don't try and shoot your way through all the enemies. Here we go, so there we go, so the next one, the warning has popped. So we pop ourselves down. Again, look at the mini-map, think, right, where were the enemies coming from? Where do I need to defend from? And then we get that one. I'm a big fan of smoke grenades as well, playing Hardpoint, and just lobbing a smoke grenade down and fill the Hardpoint with smoke so they're all confused, they don't know where you are. Now, the next one after the kitchen is the garage, which is in the east of the map. Now, what I would always say is, well, when you're defending a hardpoint, when you get to about 25 seconds to go, that's the time to leave, because you can get to the other places. But it's 25 seconds, go. Because what will happen is the enemies will then capture, they'll go, oh great, and they'll capture the hardpoint, but they're not going to get many points. Whereas you can run along and get yourself set up on the next hardpoint, even before the warning comes up. There we go, so we've got that one. So again, we know now that the next one after the garage is the basketball court up in the northwest. So again, you can get an idea from the mini-map, looking in the top of the screen where the enemies are coming from, and say we're looking at the mini-map now. If they were coming from the top right of the mini-map, we would know that we would probably take the long route round to get the basketball court, all the way round to the left, or maybe through the centre. Whereas if the enemies were coming from this way, maybe we'd go that way. So there's 25 seconds to go. Let's head to the basketball court. In fact, I would probably go this way. This is where I would go, flanking right on the edge. Through the infinity pool. Kind of tuck down somewhere like this. Now, after the basketball court, the next one is in the centre So we know about that one. Again, if there was an enemy, if there was a friendly already on the hardpoint, we would probably move off the hardpoint and defend from a different location, just to catch people as they're running onto the hardpoint. Right, so the next one's the centre, 25 seconds to go. Let's get ourselves set up over here. Get our trophy system down. Get our spy plane up. You know, you can throw grenades where you think the enemies are going to be coming from. There we go, so we've got this one, and then after this one it goes back to the beginning again, so it's down in the south, down at the Circle Garage, at the Circle Drive. This is where the next one would be. I've come over a little bit early, so I think we're getting closer to the score limit for the game. And again, what you do is, if you were waiting for the hardpoint to pop, you'd set yourself down on here, because it gives your teammates a safe place to spawn, where they can spawn through you and head to the centre, but they're also going to be heading through the next hardpoint, which is very, very, very important. So we're almost 10 seconds to go. So the warning's going to pop. There's the warning. So everybody would start moving over now. Now, if the game is very, very close, though, hang on to all the points. You know, there we get on that one. You know, hang on to all the points on a hard point. You know, get all those 50 points, or whatever, all those 60 points. You know, get everything so that you can take it forward. Because one of the beauties of Hardpoint is the fact that you can end up with these incredibly close matches. You know, 250 to 249. And it can be so thrilling, because, you know, as soon as there's two people from the opposing teams on the hardpoint, nobody wins it, and then it might even go to the next hardpoint and then the next hardpoint, and it's very, very cool indeed. You should definitely check it out. But a hardpoint, if you don't know the hardpoint rotation, can be a real pain in the bottom. But there we go. Look in the description below the video for the list of hardpoints and a link to that document that allows you to look at the hard points nice and big. So if, like me, you have trouble, you need to wear reading glasses, look at a screen, you can look at it that way. So there we go. If you enjoyed the video, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, subscribe, and I will see you again soon.